Hello, peace and beautiful blessings. I'm Jovhannah, the spiritual healer. Welcome back to Spiritual Love Tarot. Today, I am going to be sharing a new deck with you that I just received. It is the Energy and Spirit Oracle created by Sandra Anne Taylor. I love, love, love her decks. So this is a 44 card deck. And I've got the back, so it's on like upside down, but we're going to take a peek at the cards. I love this deck so much. So I haven't opened them. The deck is still wrapped up. It says tap into the unlimited power of the energetic and spirit realms with the Energy and Spirit Oracle. The cards hold messages from a wide range of spirit helpers, including angels, ascended masters, and other guides. They also reveal the vibrational patterns directing your destiny, offering a glimpse into important universal influences as well as future possibilities. When you align your personal resonance with the power and energy of spirit, your life will transform in truly magical ways. And I absolutely believe that. One of her other decks that I have is the Energy Oracle deck, and I use this one a lot. I do like to, in my readings when I use cards, to like really feel into the energy of things and know that we always have the power to transmute energy. So that's one of the ways that I use cards within my readings. So let's get into it. So inside the deck, it says your life is vibrating with unlimited potential. Manifest miracles with spirit every day. I love that. That's a beautiful reminder and affirmation. So let's open these babies up. So I recently got into the magic of edging my decks. And so this deck did not come with gilded edges. But it does have a very beautiful, beautiful backing. So I've been using these oil-based markers by Sharpie. So I've got a few different colors. And so I think I'm going to do this one in either purple or white. I haven't decided yet. But I think that would really match the background. So maybe that'll be a project that I work on this weekend. Let's get into these cards, shall we? So one, we have... Okay. I'm laughing because there are two mindfulness cards in this deck. Let me make sure it has all 44. Yeah, that's funny. Okay. And let me tell you why is I am I have a lot of air in my chart, right? And I can get in my head a lot. And so grounding myself, like, you know, practicing mindfulness, meditation, which I can always do more of, are like things that I really, really have to do so that I can, you know, stay anchored into the present moment. And so seeing two of these cards, this was absolutely a message from spirit to me that I need to find more quiet and more peace and really protect my peace as well. This is the second time that I've received a deck that had multiple cards. The first deck that I received that had two cards, it was the Lumina Tarot deck, and it had an additional Six of Swords, I think. Yeah, it was the Six of Swords because it's my favorite card, and even the meaning of that card in the deck was just exactly what I needed. And my dog is whining because he can smell my daughter's snack, and he's just being a little baby right now. So don't worry about Sirius. But I love that there's this energy around her throat, right? And we can see the different elements around her. There's earth. We've got the clouds. We've got air, of course, beautiful clear sky. She looks super peaceful. And when I'm looking at this symbol, it reminds me of Reiki healing. And this is also like our throat chakra, right, is the seat of like expression. It's how we express ourselves, not only through words, but just in general. It's like what we're putting out into the world, not only just the things that we're saying. And so it also reminds me to like stop and think before you speak and like really come from a place of peace. So I really appreciate that. So thank you, Sandra Anne Taylor and Hay House, for this beautiful gift. It's so interesting because this year was the year that I was like, okay, no more decks. But when I saw this deck, I was like, oops, gotta get that one. It just was like, you need that? Okay, got it. And it's just so beautiful, synchronistic, how there are two of these cards in this deck. So the next card that we have is the attachment card. There's a card like this in the Energy Oracle card as well too. I love that this weaves in a lot of webs, and you can see the full moon back there and different little orbs. Very beautiful. And the thing about it is, right, the more that you like struggle, it seems, you know, you get tied up tighter into the web. So it's like you've got to surrender. You have to surrender. And so this is longing and desperation. Next up, we have number 3. We have sensitivity and strength. There's a feather and an anvil sitting atop a tree with beautiful mushrooms. Like, I love the backdrop. It just looks so, just so like magical and just peaceful and beautiful. And it's just tapping the forces within. Then we have freedom, moving on, letting go. I actually have this as my wallpaper to remind me to move on and let go. And we have wisdom of the Magi. I love this image, right? There's mental clarity. There's so many different things that are coming up in this card for me with this person, with this masculine presence. But I think this is very beautiful, very beautiful. Up from the depths. I love that. Releasing difficulty, choosing to move forward, moving on. And I love that there are stairs, because it's like, it's not just easy, right? You don't always just pick yourself up out of heartache, out of a bad situation, and it's just better. Like, there's, you know, you have to build yourself back up. And sometimes, you know, walking up those steps can be hard, but we continue to do it one step at a time. So I think that's really beautiful. And then we have past life guides, karmic lessons, present assistance. This is very beautiful. When this comes up, just know that there is support around you, and that is always beautiful and sacred. And then we have the teacher, learning a new path, beautiful energy. And I love that there's a book, right? We can learn from so many different things and places and people. So there are many, many teachers. A lot of my teachings come from nature, animal spirits, which is very interesting. And I love this card, the healing heart, because I'm all about the heart. This card is probably going to come up a lot. And then we have Archangel Raziel, beautiful archangel energy. I love this. And we have the emotional desert. Look at that. Isolation and activity. But sometimes we need this, right? So I love that there's that oasis right there, because sometimes we need that seclusion. We need for things to go away. We need for things to be barren. We need to strip things away so that we can find our peace, so that we can find what it is that we want to manifest. And then we have elementals. I love this. Look at the little gnome and the fairies and the plants. I was just talking about animal spirits and nature spirits. So these represent nature and also the 4 elements, which is very beautiful. I think there's like a water sprite there. There's air. Then we have earth with the gnome. There's water. And then there's fire. So very beautiful. Then we have confusion. So many choices, right? We don't know which way to go. Family tree, this is really beautiful. Expansion, legacy. I love how you can see the roots of the tree as well. Then we have Archangel Hanael, joy and blessings, beautiful. Achievement. Shamanic healer, prophets and ancient seers. I love this card. Letting go of urgency. Oh my gosh, I like this so much. Wow. There's the tree growing up there. Look at all the to-dos and the sticky notes and the laptop and the clocks and the calendars and all the things, and it's like, gotta walk away. We have Archangel Phanuel, hope and optimism, new beginnings. Archangel Zadkiel, self-acceptance, compassion, forgiveness. It's beautiful energy to work with for matters of the heart and just being a human being in general. Journey guide, change in location. This reminds me of the World card. Thought vibrations. I love this. Our thoughts are so powerful. When it comes to anything, when it comes to love, when it comes to how we feel, like our thoughts are so key and so important to be mindful of the things that we think. That's something that I'm going to be talking about on the channel as well. We'll be talking about our thoughts and our emotions in different ways to manage them, what to do with negative thoughts, how to, you know, shift your emotional state and things like that. So then we have balance and the goddess of dreams. We have conscious steps, animal totems. Oh, there they are. I love this. Yes. Ancestors. Oh, this is so sweet and touching. Beautiful. Beautiful. Then we have connections. This deck is going to be really great to do relationship readings with. I'm so excited. Then we have soul appreciation. Beneath the surface. Oh, I love this because sometimes things go so much deeper. And then we have kinship. There's a lot of cards about like connections and ancestors and family and roots, which I think is really beautiful. And then there's phase entanglement. Looks like a lot of gossip, emotional influence. And that's the thing too. So when we're talking about love and relationships, a lot of times what I'm seeing now especially is that people are just focusing on self, and that's beautiful, but it's also being used almost as a barrier to connecting with other people. And we have to learn how to connect with people, and I think that's so important. So we have currents of emotion, angels of the 7 chakras, Archangel Raguel. We have creation, personal guide, relaxation, ascended masters, talent guides. And I like that the way that she talks about guides, because there are guides for any and everything. And we always can call on these guides. We can call on angels. You can call on the angel of love. You can call on the angel of peace. Like there's so many different ways to allow the divine, to allow the universe to support us when it comes to what it is that we need. And so, yeah, we need to do that. I'm loving this card for sure. This is the prosperity card. Look at that road paved with gold, beautiful castle. That's very giving me abundantly ever after. And then we have your eternal spirit. And the final card is divine presence. So that was a look at the beautiful energy and spirit oracle, excuse me, published by Hay House by Sandra Anne Taylor. Very beautiful deck. I love the artwork. The energy of this deck is very supportive. It's gentle, but it's very powerful, and it's able to tell you what's going on without it being harsh, but you can get the message. Like with the attachment card and the thought vibrations and things like that. This deck is very beautiful, and I cannot wait to do my first reading with it. I almost forgot. So before I say goodbye, I wanted to share the guidebook. So in the guidebook, it gives upright and reversed descriptions or meanings for each card, and there's also an affirmation that you can work with. There are some awesome spreads in here. I was reading it and fell asleep last night, so mine's kind of got like a little dinged up, but that's okay. We can still work with it. So there's gives you instructions for a 1-card, a 3-card spread, the 7-card cross, which I really like. There's a 9-card spread, which is kind of like a deeper dive into the 3-card reading, which is usually past, present, future, and you can read it horizontally, vertically. There's so many different ways to like go through and read that. And then there is the energy circle spread, and I think there's, yeah, and then the road spread. Yeah, that's it. And so that is it with this. So this is a beautiful companion guidebook to go along with the deck. And it just talks about the energy of each card and how you can work with each card. She also recommends meditating with them, which I definitely can see because of the artistry on the deck. They do invite you into a deeper place. So I would probably use them for journeying. And just so many different things. So thank you so much for watching. You can head over to spirituallovetarot.com where I have readings that I've done in the past, a little bit of tarot study, and you can also book a personal reading with me there as well. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Peace.